Alrighty, we have a box with it's a double gang box with a double switch and a single pole switch, and we have two switches that are broken and not working, and we have to replace them, so I'll show you how to do it. Here in the country I was born in, we use 14 American wire gauge on 15 amps, 12 American wire gauge on 20 amps, black is live, white is neutral, the bare or the green is the ground, red and blue are also live colors. White may be live in a switch loop or a 220-240 volt circuit where the appliance does not require a neutral. So I'll show you how to replace this double switch and single switch in a double gang box. So first we'll unscrew our two unused devices, and I have to find my tools. Now I'm going to leave these together because these wires are old and brittle, and you can't really tell them apart, so I'm going to put the new one in as I take the old one out. So that way I don't get the wires mixed up, because these are all the same color because they're so old. Well, not all the wires in here are old. So this is our single pole switch here, so I'll take this off here. And you can see that switch is not working right. Okay, so these wires are the ones that are on the common screw here. So this and that is the common. So we can take these off here. You can see how that switch is not working. Okay, so these two are the switches, and this is the feed to both switches here. So we'll just take this off like this. Cut this here. Okay, so we'll get our tail out of some 14-3 here. And there's okay, so we're going to use the red and black to be our two tail wires to go to our, we'll use the black one to go to the one single pole switch, and we'll use the red to go to our double switch, or vice versa. It doesn't make much difference. So now I'll get my wire nut here. Okay, so I'll get our insulation even at the top here. Twist our wires together so they're even here. Cut them so they're even with the shortest one, like that. We'll put our wire nut in here. We'll make sure we get the insulation to go up into the bottom of the wire nut. Okay, now this is the single pole switch. There's no ground in here, so we don't have anything to ground to. But we do have a clamp screw we can go to here. We'll go on this one right here, because the BX will act as a ground. We'll take our piece of 14, we'll make a loop the direction our screw turns, go like this. Okay. Okay, you gotta get all done in there. Close our loop the direction our screw turns. Tighten it back up here. So now we can get our new single pole switch and our new double switch to go in here. Okay, this is our new double switch. We have two, you can go through, if you had to go, if I didn't pigtail this, I could have jumped from this one to the other switch, but I pigtailed it, so we only have to use one of these screws here. So I will take and strip my wire, not too long. Okay, so I'll put that under our pressure plate here like this. Make sure we don't have too much copper behind it. Tighten that up. Make sure it's tight. That's what we want. And our copper is through the pressure plate. Okay, so now we'll come over to this side. We'll get our these two wires hooked up. So this is light 1. So we'll cut it a little shorter here. And this is light 2. Okay, now we can, now this is light 1 and 2, so we'll put one under this one here. Make sure we don't get our insulation caught under our pressure plate here. Make sure it's nice and tight. And we'll get our second one under here. Make sure it's tight. And we'll get this ground wire around our green screw up in here. Get around the green screw. Now I'll bring it in the ground wire in a little bit further so I have enough to go over to our switch. Okay. Well, I'll bring our camera over to the other side and show you the other side here. Okay, now we'll hook our second switch up. We can fold this into our box. Push this into our box here. And that just hits the paneling just right. Blaster ears. Get our wires back out of our way here. So now we'll hook up our single pole switch to these two wires. Okay, so we'll put our red wire on the single pole switch. It doesn't matter which screw you put it on, the top or the bottom, because it's just a single pole switch. There's one wire. Okay, I'm going to shorten this one up just a little. Make sure it's tight, our insulation's not under our screw head. Come around here, we'll get our ground wire on the green screw. There's our loop, the direction the screw turns. And there you go, you want it like that. Now we can push this into our box. Keep this ground wire down away from everything here. Screw this in. And there we go. We have our 3 single pole switches in a double gang box. Peace. Thanks for watching.